Hello everyone, welcome to Prosarium.net. Prosarium.net is an initiative to create positive representation for African women in games. We're doing this by documenting African women and their roles in the industry, from hobbyists to game developers to esports professionals and more. Be a part of this initiative by supporting us on Patreon. And now, let's get to today's video. Hey everyone, so it's another Prosarium interview and I am here with Alexis from South Africa. Alexis, would you be able to introduce yourself a little?
Sure. Hello, I'm Alexis. I'm 26-year-old, a transgender game developer trying to find a way in the industry currently at this moment.
Okay, and can you tell us a bit about, you're studying game development too, right?
I've currently graduated, but I haven't stopped my studies entirely. I'm still studying on the side as I work here and there.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't know you graduated. Congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Wait, you said you're finding work on the side, correct?
Yes, currently what I'm doing is working on my own projects, finding my own feet in the industry, but I'm also doing third-party deliveries to just have an income while I'm working.
Okay, cool. And before you graduated, for your final year, did you have to make a project or something like that?
I had to make quite a lot of projects.
Oh, wow.
I've made a chess-like game before. My current popular game is Wacko Craft, which is on my itch.io page. There's quite a few projects I've had to make and posted on my itch.io that people still play and enjoy.
Oh, cool. I remember when we interviewed you, Wacko Craft was still in development, right?
It was a very big game that was a Game Jam game at the time, which I think was the 2019 SA Game Jam.
2019. Let's see, how many years ago? 2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years ago, yes.
Cool. Let's see, what else am I gonna ask? Alright, so I was gonna ask about your course. Oh yeah, tell me about your course since you've graduated and I mean like maybe other people want to take your course. It's at Vega School, right?
Yes, Vega School. It's a 3-year course, which in your first year you dive into the theory of games, theory of programming and all that. And you do start learning how to basic program, but you also develop board games and card games in the beginning because they're also games and they're a big part of games as is. In second year, we delved a lot more into Unity and programming a lot more. We did dive into theory, but you also learn a bit more about branding and marketing, putting yourself out there, putting yourself in the industry. And final year, you basically get into your final project and you learn the basics of making a character, making a story, writing it, and putting it out there.
Alright, that sounds like a very comprehensive program. So, what's the program called? Yeah, what's the program called?
It's Bachelor's of Computer Science in Game Design and Development.
Oh, cool. That sounds so cool and interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, I remember you were doing research, like your own independent research at the time I interviewed you. Are you still doing that?
I currently just put it on the side because it's hard to find a bit of time to do everything that I'm trying to do. But I do intend to go back and maybe do a few more in researching games, maybe make some videos on them and everything as well.
Oh, cool. If you want to make videos with us, that would be totally cool if you want to do more videos and interviews. Yeah.
I'm definitely open to doing more.
Cool. And, I like hearing about people's games. So you already told us a bit about your games. I wanted to know, do you have a certain like theme to your games? Is there something you specifically try to explore in your games?
It is, but most of my games generally are more like me trying to write a story that immerses people and then making another game expanding more on that story and then crafting the world through all of my games.
Alright, that sounds pretty cool. And I was going to ask if you took part in the recent, what was it called? The recent inter-university game jam with Fitz and Vega. But you're a
Yes.
graduate. Oh, you did take part in it.
I didn't take part in it. No, I am a graduate, so I'm no longer a part of it. But I have been keeping tabs on it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I was hoping to ask you about that because I was hoping to hear what you made for that. So what was the last game jam you actually participated in?
It was the 2021 Global Game Jam, which was 24 hours away, which is Lost and Found. That was the theme.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yes, I remember that. I totally remember that. And what did you make?
I kind of made just like a simple, like, Japanese puzzle box game where you have to try to open up the puzzle box to find the thing that's lost inside of it.
Okay, cool. Oh man, I know those puzzle boxes. Oh, it's cool. What did you use for it?
I used Unreal at the time because I was learning about the blueprint system.
Cool. And you were saying something before. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's fine. I was just saying those boxes can be very intricate.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have I ever seen one in real life? Yes, I have. I have probably seen one in real life before. And if you don't mind speaking on gender issues in game development, because you're very comfortable expressing that you're a transgender game developer, is there anything particular that makes it different to be in the games industry?
It really depends on where you go with it, because some people aren't open about if they're transgender or not, or some people are. And those that generally are open about it either get accepted into the industry easily or just shunned because people don't accept it easily enough. So it's a very big 50-50 thing when it comes to getting into the industry with it and being accepted fully for it.
Right. And is that in South Africa specifically?
I wouldn't say it's something that's stuck with South Africa alone. I would say there's a worldwide issue that happens.
Okay, yeah, I know like a lot of African countries aren't accepting of, any type, LGBTQ people. So, at least just hearing that you have just a few people around you that can support, yes, that are accepting and can support you. That sounds really great for you.
It's usually those people we look out for and the people we work with the most.
Oh, when you say we, what do you mean? Who's the we?
The transgender community.
Oh, okay, cool. You actually have a community. But is it of game developers?
For me, it does link to game developers, but also just the whole community as a whole.
All right. I'm happy that you have a support system game development for that. Yeah. Oh, and I think I asked earlier, do you ever represent those themes in your games?
I've thought about broaching them for a bit. It's just a bit hard to broach them when it's hard to find a way for people to understand to broach that topic when it comes to a game, though. So I'm just trying to find the best way to approach it when it comes to a game.
Hi. Yeah, actually, yeah, I totally understand you on that. I know another transgender game developer who puts her themes in her games, and I think I honestly I would love to see more of that. Speaking of that, what would you personally love to see more of in the games industry?
That's a bit tricky. There's so many things I want to see more. But if it has to be anything at this moment, I'd actually love to see more inclusion for, I'm trying to think of the accessibility for people who can't play games that easily. I would love to see that more. I want to see more people being able to get into games and enjoy it, even if they have something like a disability or something that's hindering them.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Like I don't know his name. I forget his name, but he's a blind gamer. Do you know his name?
There's a lot of blind gamers that I know.
Oh yeah,
so
sorry.
I'm not sure
Yeah, sorry. He's well known on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter, and that's how I learn a lot about the accessibility in games and being able to play games, like being able to play games that are accessible. It's so like I'm glad developers are thinking about it more. Like, yeah, do you think yeah, developers are thinking about it more, right?
It has been recently a topic people have been talking about more, so more and more developers have been doing it. So it's nice to see that they are approaching it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm having a great conversation with you right now. Let me see, what can I ask you about yourself? Because like we've gone into a lot of other topics. Oh, how did you find your course? Like, let's go
I
back to
found
your.
it
uh
I found it enjoyable, but I definitely think they could have approached more things. They could have maybe, because we didn't really cover something like audio or music or something.
uh,
We never really looked at it. I felt like a few things could have been brought up a bit and looked at for a bit. I felt like it just needed a few things more.
Cool. And since you enjoyed it, well, was that because it was easy or because it was a good challenge? What do you think?
It was mostly a challenge, but it was
Oh,
definitely worth it.
that's cool. Oh my gosh. Would you recommend it to other people? Yeah, would
I
you
would
recommend it?
definitely I would definitely recommend it, yes, especially if you're looking to get into game development or something, but there are people who definitely want them to look at getting a computer science degree.
Oh, wait, so people use it as even as a computer science degree, like, yeah,
Yes, because it's considered a computer science degree.
right. Okay, so you guys heard it here first. Alexis recommends that you go to Vegas school and study computer science and game development. Yeah, it sounds so cool. Because I have a computer science degree, and we only did a tiny bit of game development related stuff, and I really wish I could do more. Yeah, it's only
Then
outside.
definitely look
Yeah.
into it.
Oh my gosh, I feel like it's too late for me. I already graduated. But I know it's not too late, like, to do like a master's or something like that in game development.
Mm.
Actually, yes. I'll totally encourage people. If you're like in South Africa, there are a few programs that you can pursue in game development. So I think it's great. I'm in South Africa. Like, let me just say that because I don't know if people know that. But I have seen like there are a lot of courses compared to the rest of the continent where you don't really find courses in game development. You can find some
Yeah,
pretty nice ones in South Africa.
there are quite
Yeah.
a few, yeah.
And let's see. So what would you like to see more of? Like, or what do you think we can do in other places, for example, the rest of Africa, to make game development more accessible?
That's a little bit tricky. It's a bit hard
Mm,
to think of that because most of the community is both a part of it, but also distant from everybody else.
mm,
So we only really do get together when it's a game jam or something, or we really get along with somebody else.
mm,
So I do think it's just we need to find a way to just come together to just do one big thing together with everybody.
mm. I totally agree with you. I know we have one event, or is it two events, Africa Game Week, but we really need more of that. We really need more, continental events that bring people together so that we can all learn from each other. Yeah. So yeah, I think that sounds cool. So yeah, I guess we agree on that. Yeah. So I don't know what else to ask you. Do you have anything else you want to tell us, Alexis?
Um, I think I think if there's anything to talk about, it's just that I am working on a new game currently, and it is in its development phases. And if I have a time to ever do anything about it, I will be posting it on social media.
Also, where can people follow you?
Definitely, if you want to see something about games or just want to learn about other topics in games, I definitely will be trying to post more.
Okay, so where is it on Twitter? I mean, sorry, where can people follow you? On Twitter, itch.io,
Twitter
yes.
will most, yeah,
Hmm.
Twitter has mostly been my place, and my follow is cheeky underscore Lexi.
That's funny. And what about itch.io?
Itch.io and GameJolt. You can find me under Lifetime Light Princess 98.
Okay, that's Light Princess 98. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So, guys, if you wanna see more of Alexis's stuff, you can go right over to their places. And yeah, so I think that's all we can say. I mean, or I don't know what else I can ask you. Like, but this has been a really great conversation.
It has.
Yeah, unfortunately, it has to end. All things have to come to an end. So yeah, we're gonna have to say bye and good luck in your future work. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.